Hello and welcome back to Gaming with Mim. Today we're playing some more ReZero. Oh boy, okay, let's see what happens. I'm just a night hopeful. But that's true. I shouldn't forget that. Okay, so what happened last time, at the end of last time, was we were over at Kusha's and everybody's there. And they're all supporting us, which is amazing. Okay, with Rem's encouragement, pushing my back, I take a step forward. Instantly, all gazes in the room gather on me.
Pressure.
Such pressure.
スバル、大丈夫？よかったら私から話すけど。
Subaru, are you okay? If you want, I can do the talking.
ただその場合、リアの話はあちこちに飛ぶから覚悟しておいた方がいいよ。
But in that case, Leah's story will jump around everywhere. So be prepared for that. That's funny.
何の覚悟だよ。あと、
Becky and Leah
エ
look
ミリア
like
タンの気持ちは嬉しいけど、
They've
こ
got
こ
the
は
same
俺に
coloring.
任せてくれ。ガンガル。
She's got like the gray hair, and he's got gray, and she's got white on. He's got a little white tummy, and he's got a purple bag, and she's got purple. They're like matchy. They're twins. Okay, sorry. I digress. Okay, prepared for what? Also, I'm happy for the offer, Millie, but leave this to me. I'll do my best. The other thing that's funny is like Amelia has all these different nicknames. Leah, Millie. That's cute. Depending on who's talking to her. I fumbled my words.
せいぜい頑張りなさい。
Alright then, do your best. I think that's just supposed to be best, but there's an
は
extra
い
H.
はい。姉様もセッティングありがとうよ。
Yes, thanks for the support. I know, normally she's not giving him support, huh? Oh, my nose is itchy. Hold on. I gotta itch my nose. Ah! Okay, sorry. Today is a funny day, huh? Okay. In a corner of the room, I catch a glimpse of Ram, Roswell, Russell, and the others already set to watch. I clear my throat loudly. My gosh, everyone's here!
本日は大変お日柄もよく。
This is exciting. I shouldn't be making such light of this. This is like a really big deal, huh? Huh. Thank you very much for taking the trouble to attend on this fine day.
ポンコツのくだらぬ前工場に用はないぞ。わらわの貴重な時間を割くのじゃ。身のある話がないなら引き上げるまで。
We haven't heard from Priscilla in a long time. I have no use for your boring introductory remarks, commoner. Spoken in true Priscilla form. I'm spending my valuable time here. If you have nothing of worth to say, I will leave.
自公の挨拶一つでやいやい言うなよ。とにかく集まってくれてありがとう。いきなりだったのに本当に助かる。
Don't complain about a conventional opening line anyway. Thanks for gathering. I know it was sudden, so I'm grateful.
当選に関わる重大事とのことだ。これまでの K の動きを考えれ
This
ば
is so funny.
無視する方がよほど問題があるだろう。
This is an important matter related to the royal selection. Considering your actions thus far, it would be a bad idea to ignore you.
そうそう、スバルキュンとレムちゃんが応選候補者を狙う不審者を見つけたりね。
Yes, Subaru and Rem found the suspicious guy targeting royal selection
はい
candidates.
はい。それ俺もいたから。
Wow!
俺も。
Yeah, yeah, yeah! I was there too! Me too, me too! Yes, Al, you were there too. You
後
helped.
でベリちゃんが直々にねぎらってあげる。肩こりとかポンと消しちゃうから。
Yes, yes, Barry will personally reward you later. I can get rid of things like stiff shoulders just like that.
あ、それ地味にすげえ助かる。
Actually, that would be really helpful.
それに、夏希くんのおかげでうちの紹介も新しい事業開拓ができた。
Also, thanks to Natsuki, my company cultivated a new
ち
business.
ゃんとユリウスから証文と昨日の話は聞いてるから安心してな。
Julius brought the contract and told me about yesterday. Don't
て
worry.
っきり今日はその話だと思ったのだが、顔ぶれを見るにそれだけではないらしい。
I thought for certain today would be about that, but seeing this lineup, it seems that wasn't gonna be
一
all.
体どんな話を聞かせてくれるのか、楽しみやら恐ろしいやらだよ。
What kind of story do you have in store for us? I feel both anticipation and dread.
私はまあ 昨日の話の続きだろ。聞かせてくれるってんなら聞くし、私も無関係じゃねえだろうしよ。
As for me, well, it's probably got to do with what happened yesterday, right? I've got a stake in this, so I'll hear you out.
と僕も事情は把握したくてね。フェルトさんは昨日の話をしてくれないんだ。
We could get some information from him as well. I would also like to understand the situation. Miss Felt refuses to tell me about yesterday.
それも含めてちゃんと話すわ。とはいえ、いろいろ言ってもらった論考交渉は後回しってことにさせてくれ。
I'll talk about all of that, but please let me hold off on distributing honors for all of your input until later.
まあ、今のアルの自己主張の激しかった案件とは無関係じゃねえんだが。
Well, this isn't completely unrelated to Al's extremely self-assertive comment.
アルの話と無縁ではないとな。おおよそ想像はつくがな。露骨に陣営が一つ欠けているとなれば。
She kind of looks like a vampire, doesn't she? Like, I don't know, it's like kind of vampire-esque clothing. Okay. Oh, he was? Although, I can already imagine what you have to say. One camp is blatantly absent, after all. Very perceptive. Oh, wolf music. When Priscilla flat out says this, the air in the room instantly goes tense.
お前、空気悪くする天才だな。
You're a genius when it comes to making a bad atmosphere.
欺瞞を並べ立てるなよ、ボング。当然この場にいた者は全員が同じことに気づいていた。
There's no need for deceit, commoner. Of course, everyone here already noticed the same thing. Well, yeah, that's pretty.
あとはそれを口にするか否かのみ。目の前の事実に蓋をしてヘラヘラと上辺の言葉を交わすのが望みか。
All that remained was to say it out loud or not. Or did you wish to put a lid over the obvious truth and have us exchange pointless pleasantries around
なら
it?
ば、わらわはこの場に用はない。傷の舐め合いなら貴様らだけでせよ。
In that case, I have no business here. You can all lick each other's wounds on your own. Priscilla, you're just so rude. Why do you have to be so rude? Like, just listen to what he has to say. You can't possibly know what's to come. Ugh, it's crazy. You don't want to hear it. Subaru's
姫
frustrated.
さん、姫さん、言い過ぎだって。別に兄弟だってそれぐらい分かってるよ。
Princess, you're going too far. I'm sure even he
ただ
realizes
乗り気じ
that.
ゃねえ話もあるってだけ。それだってしょうがねえ話だ。兄弟はあの子と仲良くしてたっぽいしよ。
There are just some conversations people aren't eager to have. He can't help that. He seems pretty close to that girl after
敵
all.
を相手に悠長なことを言う。相手の立場の真偽にかかわらず、王選候補者は全員敵であろうが。
Such lenient words from an enemy, for an enemy, regardless of their status as real or fake, all royal candidates are our enemies.
でもそれならどうしてプリシラは今日ここに来てくれたの？
But then why did you come here today, Priscilla? Good point, Amelia. Yeah, you don't have anything to say about that, huh?
周りみんなが敵だって言うならここに来るのもすごく危ないでしょ。それなのにプリシラは来てくれた。
If you say everyone around you are enemies, wouldn't it be dangerous to come? And yet you still came,
そ
Priscilla.
れはきっと私たちを信じて期待してくれてたからじゃないの？
It's probably because you trust us and have expectations for us. Am I wrong?
ハンマ風情の妄言はわらわの高貴な耳にはひどく尺に触るな。
The mumblings of a half-devil irritate my noble ears terribly. No, but seriously, Priscilla, why did you come
お
then?
前な。
You. Yet again, Priscilla calls Amelia half-devil, and I'm about to snap at her. But before I can...
訂正か撤回すべきだな、プリシラ・バーリエル。この場でそれは賢明ではないぞ。
Either revise your words or withdraw them, Priscilla Barrielli. Saying such statements is not wise here. Krush gives Priscilla a sharp glare, admonishing her abusive words. But it wasn't just
あ
Krush.
かんねえ姫さん。エミリアさんに痛いとこ疲れて それで不機嫌なんて大人げない。
That's no good, princess. Losing your temper just because she hit you where it hurts is childish.
私はどっちって話でもねえけど、こっちの姉ちゃんには借りがある。だから私もこっち寄りだぜ。
I'm not gonna say who's right, but I owe that girl a debt, so I'm gonna take her side too.
凡族どもが群れて図に乗るでない。徒党を組めばわらわが落ちるとでも。だとしたらそれは大きな間違いじゃぞ。
Don't think you can push her luck by banding together, commoners. Do you think I'd be scared if you formed a group? In that case, you're terribly mistaken. Fine, Priscilla, just leave then.
姫さん
Please.
やめようぜ。さっきより状況を悪くしてんなよ。俺肩身が狭えから。
Princess, let's stop this, okay? Don't make this situation even worse. You're putting me in a tough spot here. Ooh, ow, that's pretty bold of him to stand up against her and put himself ahead. Oh, let's see what she has to say about that. Yeah. As Priscilla becomes more displeased, Al desperately tries to stop her with his own body. I'm sure if Al puts himself on the line, even Priscilla will settle down.
やかましいぞ、アル。その不細工な首、落とされたいか？
Be quiet, Al, or do you wish that ugly head of yours to be removed from your shoulders? She's terrible. I don't like
ある
Priscilla.
でもダメか。仕
How
方ない。
rude.
尊い犠牲だった。
Even Al's no good. It can't be helped. His was a noble sacrifice. Aww. Al
そ
tried.
りゃ冷たすぎるぜ兄弟。
Isn't that a little cold,
ア
bro?
ル殿の首は僕が切り離させないよ。プリシラ様、どうぞ席へお戻りください。
I won't allow you to cut off Mr. Al's head. Miss Priscilla, please return to your seat.
とこの場へ足を運んだ分、価値ある話が聞けるはずですよ。
I'm sure you'll hear a story well worth the trouble of coming here.
剣聖が大口を叩く。
Why is she just being so
その
mean?
口車に乗ってや
What's
る。
your deal? She's such like a spoiled princess. That's what she is. You speak big sword sage very well. I'll go along with this. Oh, finally.
おお、あるでも無理だったのに。さすがラインハルト。
Whoa, Al couldn't do it, but Reinhardt pulled
こ
it
の
off.
後はスバルに託したよ。ぜひプリシラ様を納得させてほしい。
And trust the rest to you, Subaru. I'd like you to make Miss Priscilla understand.
さりげにハードル上げといてかよ。
And casually raising the hurdle while he's at it. I scratched my head at Reinhardt's words. His words didn't mean any harm. I take a long breath, and
スバルなら
then
大丈夫。ちゃんと隣で見ててあげるから。
you'll be fine, Subaru. I'll be here watching from your side.
やれやれ。
Oh man,
そしたら、かっこ悪いところは見せられねえな。
I can't look uncool in front of you here. I can't believe he's worried about how cool he looks. Like he has really important stuff to tell them, and he like. I turn her encouragement into strength and start speaking about the 6th royal candidate, who isn't present here. A heavy silence coldly falls over the room. After hearing the story, everyone's face looks uneasy. Even those who hadn't gone pale have pained expressions on their faces. The expressions range from pity to compassion, disgust to indignation, but
やっぱり許せない。
it is really unforgivable. When Amelia says this out loud, I can tell there's no doubt that everyone is in agreement.
人体を意のままに作り変えるか。フェリス、そんなことが可能なのか？
Reconstructing the human body at will, you say? Ferris, is such a thing possible?
じっくりと時間をかけて少しずつ骨格を変形させていくとか、そういうことなら不可能じゃないと思います。
I think if you spent a lot of time to slowly change the skeleton and other parts, it wouldn't be impossible.
でも今のスバルキュンの話だと、メルティ様のお体に起きてることってそういう次元の話じゃなくて。
But according to Subaru's story just now, what happened to Miss Melty's body is on a different level completely.
魔眼族の第三の目を隠し、食事の通り道である喉を塞いでしまう。それは魔法でどうなるという話ではない。
Hiding her third eye and blocking her throat where food passes. This isn't something that can be done with magic. Oh.
全く新しい生き物として作り変えられたというのが適切だ。
One could say it's like remaking her into a completely new creature.
新しいもんにね。けどそれってあれなんじゃねえのか？猫耳の魔法でどうにかなんねえの？
A new creature, huh? But couldn't the cat ears magic do something about that?
そうやね。フェリスさんの治癒魔法、それが王国最高峰なは有名な話なんやし、他の誰にできなくても。
That's right. Varus's healing magic is famous as the greatest in the kingdom, capable of doing things others
フ
cannot.
ェリスの治癒魔法ならいける？それどうなんだフェリス？
Would Varus's healing magic work? What do you think, Varus? I and everyone else turn to Varus, but despite our expectant gazes, Varus shakes his
期
head.
待してくれるのは嬉しいけど、ちょっと難しいと思う。
Wait, Varus shakes his head. How is Varus a boy? Why? What? I'm so confused. I'm happy you have so much hope in me, but I think it would be a little difficult. Yeah, I'm sure it would be very difficult. What do you mean?
ちゃんと見てみなきゃではあるけど、もしもフェリちゃんの思った通りなら。
I'd have to examine her to be sure, but if it's as Fairy
思った
thinks,
通りだとしたらどうなりますか？
if it is as what you think is, if it's as you think, what would happen?
多分治癒魔法は効果がないと思う。スバルキュン、確認なんだけど。
I think healing magic would have no effect. Subaru just making sure, but
ああ、何でも聞いてくれ。
you ask me
ティーナ
anything.
キュンの話だと、メルティ様がそういう体にされたのってもう何年も前のことなんでしょ？
According to the tiger story, you mean Tiga? Miss Melty's body was made that way years ago, right?
確実なことは言えないけど、あの口ぶりからするとそうだ。
I can't say anything for sure, but considering how he said it, yeah.
これは例えばなんだけど、アルキュンが腕をなくしたのっていつ？
But just as an example, when did you lose your arm, Allie? I think she calls him
アル
Allie.
キュンってなかなか新鮮な響きだな。
Allie has a pretty fresh ring to it.
ハル、答えてやれ。
I'll answer
へ
him.
いへい。この腕はなくして10年ちょいだな。もうすっかり慣れちまったけど。
It's been a little over 10 years since I lost this arm. I'm totally used to it now,
こ
though.
のアルキュンのなくなった腕ってフェリちゃんの治癒魔法でも直せないんだよ。今さらなくした腕が生えたりしないの。
Even Barry's healing magic can't fix his arm. Allie lost. After all this time, a lost arm won't grow back. So there's an issue with time as
そうだ
well.
ろうな。
I guess that makes sense.
なんでかっていうと、もう体がそれで覚えちゃってるんだよね。この体は片腕がないのが自然だって。
If you ask why, yeah, I was gonna ask why actually. It's because his body has gotten used to it. It's natural now for this body to not have an arm.
だから、
メルティの
So,
体も魔眼が隠れてたり食道が塞がってるのが自然になっちゃってる。
for Melty's body, her evil eyes being hidden and her esophagus being blocked are natural
っ
too.
て思うんです。だから治癒魔法をかけたとしても今より良くなったりしないかなって。
That's what I think. So even if I use healing magic, she probably won't get any better than she is now.
マジか。正直フェリスが一番の頼りだったんだが。
Seriously, to be honest, I was counting on you most of all,
僕
Ferris.
は治癒魔法には疎いけれど、 本当にその可能性はないんだろうか。ユリウス、メイザース辺境博、いかがですか？
I'm fairly uninformed about healing magic, but is there really no possibility? Julius, Margrave Mathers, may I ask?
残念だが、治癒魔法において私の知見はフェリスに遠く及ばない。唯一期待できるのはメイザース辺境博だが。
Unfortunately, my knowledge on healing magic is far short from fairies. The only hope is Margrave Mathers.
悲しいかな。私も治癒魔法は増えてでね。ただ魔法の習得のためにさまざまな文献を当たってきた私の知識が正しければ。
I'm sad to say, healing magic is a weak point for me as well. However, if my knowledge from reading various texts to learn magic is
フェリス
correct,
君の意見を否定できる要素、そうしたものには心当たりがないね。
I have no memory of any factors that would refute Ferris's opinion.
一応話題に上がるかもしれんから先に言うとくけど、薬の類も難しいやろね。
This subject may come up, so just letting you know now, it would be difficult with medicine too. Yeah, I was just gonna say, they need a
も
surgeon.
ともと大抵の薬やら薬湯の効果は治癒魔法と比べたらビビたるもんやし。
To start, most medicines and doctrines are weak compared to healing
方針
magic.
紹介のアナスタシア様同様、私の方でもお力になるのは難しいかと。その手の話は聞いたことがありません。
Much like Miss Anastasia from the hosting company, it would be difficult for me to be of any assistance as well. I've never heard of such a story before.
人の体を作り変える
Yeah,
な
I
んて
mean, I don't think anybody
随分と
has.
たわけたやつがいたものね。その張本人を絞り上げられないの？
This individual must be quite the degenerate. If they're out there reconstructing bodies, is there no way to find the perpetrator? Yeah, I don't know. It's mother. Who's
そ
mother?
れができたら苦労はないけど、あいにくと相手の全貌が全くわからない。多分それを調べてる間に。
I wish I could, but we have no idea who it could be. I'm sure in the time it takes to
あの姉
investigate,
ちゃんが後ろからぐさっと刺されちまうわけか。
that girl might end up with a knife in her
わ
back.
けだ。
That's right. As everyone's understanding of the situation sinks in, their expressions turn grave as they realize the deadlock we've hit. We have so many powerful people gathered here. They say 2 heads are better than 1, and with so many of us here, it should open up new possibilities. That's what I thought, but even that was aiming too high.
難しいな。
We're at an impasse then.
こういうのフェリちゃん大嫌い。
Oh, Fairy doesn't like this. There's Ferris, who is likely peerless when it comes to healing magic, and Reinhardt, who has virtually no connection with the word impossible. Melty and Company's outlook already looks bad with these 2 being unable to provide an answer. Then, as though spurring it on
長々
further,
と揃って頭をひねっているが、一体何のためにそう悩む？
all of you are puzzling for so long. But over what are you so concerned?
プリシラ・バーリエル。
Priscilla Borealis.
貴様とて分かっていよう。そこなボングのもたらした話が事実なら、すでに偽の候補者はつまびらかとなった。
You must realize that if the story that the commoner brought is true, the false candidate is already
あと
clear.
はその事実を明らかにし、偽の候補者を追放すれば障害は消える。延期となった王戦の再開も叶おう。
All that remains is to reveal the truth. Remove the false candidate and the obstacle disappears. The postponed royal selection would resume. Yeah, but you've got this evil mastermind on the
それ
loose.
なのに何故わらわたちを邪魔したものの問題、それに頭を悩ませる必要がある？
Why would we need to be so concerned over the problems of those who hinder us so much?
それは。
So that's
そ
why.
の答えもなしにこの話が進むのか？ 今一度顧みるがいい。
Will this discussion move forward without answering this question? I urge you to all to consider. That was the conclusion I was afraid of. We have no obligation to help Melty and the others, and everyone agrees on that. Considering that they deceived us, it wouldn't be unreasonable to cut them down with no mercy. So why are we having this discussion? Because Subaru has a big heart and he wants to help them. It is not good enough to simply expose the criminals. Why should we help them? I can't give an answer right away. Because he cares for
そ
them.
りゃ夢見が悪いからだろ。それ以外になんか理由がいるのかよ。
Haha, there you go. Isn't it because we couldn't sleep at night? What other reason do you need? Thanks, Felt. That's a good answer. And so the voice to break the silence surprises me to my core. Folding her arms, Felt narrows her eyes and looks Priscilla in the face while continuing. I don't think Priscilla would have any problem sleeping at night. I don't think she
危ねえ
cares.
やつに利用されて、やりたくもねえのに応戦に引っ張られて、挙句に命までやばいってんだぜ。
They were used by some dangerous people and dragged into a royal section they wanted no part in, and their lives are in danger. Well, and let's think about this also. Let's add another and here. Do you think whoever this mother and these people are going to just stop trying to infiltrate?
聞けば聞くほど、私はあの姉ちゃんに同情しちまうな。なあ、ラインハルト。
The more I hear, the more I sympathize with that girl, right, Reinhard?
フェルト様。
Miss Felt. At Felt's teasing expression, Reinhardt puts his hand on his forehead and sighs. I see. If you break it down like that, maybe it's true that Felt's circumstances are a little similar to Melty's. Of course, between Sakura and Reinhardt, their personalities are like good versus evil.
てわけで、頭を押さえつけられて、無理くり応戦に出されてるってんなら、なんとかしてやりてーって思うな。
Anyway, if they're being forced to be in a royal selection against their will, I want to do something to help.
私が兄ちゃんの誘いに乗る理由としちゃ、そんなもんで十分だろうよ。
That would be more than enough reason for me to go along with his suggestion.
前置きにはいささか異論もありますが、僕もフェルト様と同意見のつもりです。
Well, I have a slight objection to her preface. I have the same opinion as Miss Felt. Yeah, because you forced her to be in a royal selection she doesn't want to be in. Is that why you have an objection?
フェルト様がやると決められたなら、そのための道の万難を排するのが僕の役目。そのことに迷いはありません。
If Miss Felt decides to do this, my duty is to push aside the many obstacles in her path. I will not
ひ
hesitate.
どった言い方しやがる。たまにはお前も気に入らねえやつがいるからぶっちめたいとか言えよ。
Talking like that. Talking like you're so high and mighty. Once in a while, you can just say you want to kick the butt of people you don't like.
それがご命令でしたら。
If that is your command. At Reinhardt's response, Felt turns her face and clicks her tongue. That's the answer from this lord and her retainer.
フェルトさんに出遅れてないやけど、うちもどっちかっていうと、そっちの赤いお姫さん寄りの意見なんよ。
If I had to say, my opinion is closer to that of the red princess there. Next, Anastasia starts her own debate, raising her hand a little. Anastasia looks back and forth between Priscilla and
偽の
Felt.
候補者が特定されたんなら、その先の行動は正直余分なことやね。あの子らを助ける義理なんてないもんな。
If the fake candidate is identified, any further action is excessive. To be honest, we have no obligation to help them.
アナスタシア様ですか？
Miss Anastasia, but...
ほら、うちが話してる最中やろ。主君の言葉を遮ったらあかんよ。
Quiet, I'm still in the middle of speaking. You shouldn't interrupt the words of your master.
そ
Also...
れに
Also...
早合点するのもダメダメや。 うちの話はこっから先が大事なんやから。
You shouldn't jump to hasty conclusions. What I have to say next is most important.
はあ、面白い。自他ともに認める強欲の徒がここからいかな論を披露する。
Oh, interesting. What argument will the widely known embodiment of greed herself present next? Priscilla with the kind words. No, never.
姫さんのそれは褒め言葉として、うちの答えは簡単。助ける義理はないけど、益はある。
I'll take your words as a compliment, Princess, but my answer is simple. While we have no obligation to help them, there is benefit to it.
うちは後妻やからそんなにやけど、王国やったら神竜協会の名前はでっかいやん。
I may be an outsider, so this doesn't go for me, but isn't the Transcendent Dragon Church a big name in the
あっこ
kingdom?
から出てきた候補者が偽物なんて、そら大きい大きい修分やろね。
If their candidate turns out to be a fake, that would be a big, big scandal.
その問題をうちらで解決して、その上お慈悲まで見せたらどないなる？もう教会はこっちに頭上がるんやろ。
Oh, she always pauses while she's talking. I think she's finished and she's not. Okay, so what happens if we solve their problem and show mercy on top of that? The church couldn't hold their head above
王
ours.
戦の狙いの大半は竜との盟約。絶対に面倒な口出ししてくる人らをたまらせる口実が手に入る。有益やね。
Oh, there she goes again. The main aim of the royal selection is a covenant with the dragon. We would obtain a pretext to silence those who would meddle in it. Would that not be beneficial?
どう？これがうちの考えやけど、お気に召した？
Well thought out, Anastasia. So, do you like my way of thinking?
礼儀つねめ。
What? Damnable fox? What?
そらお気に。
Why, thank you. Priscilla closes one eye and curses at Anastasia. I'm impressed by how Anastasia seems entirely unaffected. Even though it's a rather heartless conclusion drawn by an experienced merchant.
情とかと無縁の結論ってところがフェルトと正反対でアナスタシアさんらしいわ。
A conclusion drawn from no emotion is the exact opposite of felt, and exactly like
だ
Anastasia.
からといって全く情と無縁などと勘違いしないでくれ。あれはアナスタシア様に必要な前提だ。
You say that, but please don't misunderstand her as having no emotional connection. That is simply a condition required by Miss Anastasia.
ただ感情的に助けるといえばアナスタシア様に従う大勢を巻き込む。あの方はそれをしてはならない立場。
Even if she says to help them based only on emotion, it would involve the great many people who follow Miss Anastasia. In her position, she must not do such a thing.
だからこそ必要なんだ。今のような自他を納得させる前提が。
Thus, it is necessary to have an adequate cause, a premise so convincing it sways yourself and others.
ユリウス？何なんか恥ずかしいこと言うてない？そんなん騎士の仕事とちゃうやろ？
Julius, what embarrassing things are you saying? This has nothing to do with your job as a knight, does it?
いえ、アナスタシア様が誤解されないよう騎士として務めておりました。ですが、
No, as your knight, I must do my utmost to prevent misunderstandings of you, Miss Anastasia. However,
ですが何？
what?
あなたの騎士でよかったと心より思います。我が剣と忠義はあなたと共に。
I know from the bottom of my heart that I am glad I became your knight. My sword and my loyalty belong to you.
それも一銭にもなら
Wow,
ん
their
のや
knights
け
are totally
ど。もら
simping
えるもんはもらっておくし
for
りやか
their
ら仕方なく受け取っといてあげるわ。
That's not worth 1 coin. What? But my doctrine is to take anything given, so I'll reluctantly accept it. What? He just said a really nice thing for you. How rude.
Huh.
Yes? Julius answers with vigor, and Anastasia lightly waves her hand. Looks like the Lord and Retainer also agreed on a single answer. Okay. I guess they have their own way of talking to each other. Then,
順番に従えば次は我々の意見を述べるべきだな。
well, it appears that it's my turn to state my opinion. First?
そう不安げな目をするな。眼差しが曇れば掲げた理想も迷おう。
No need to look so worried. When one's gaze becomes cloudy, one can falter in the ideals they carry.
それにこの場の私の意見は私ではなく私の信頼する中心から聞こう。
Also, rather than stating my opinion here, I shall ask my trusted retainer to do so.
苦し様
Ferris is like, what?
フェリス、私はお前の意見を聞きたい。今しがたフェルトとアナスタシア方針が語った通り上と理はすでに揃っている。
Ferris, I wish to know your opinion. Felt and Anastasia Hoshin have covered the issues of benefit and sentiment.
私もまたさっきの二人と同じ理由で動くこともできよう。だがあえてお前の意見が聞きたい。
I could act for the same reasons as either of them. However, I wish to hear your opinion in particular. So it already sounds like she's like leaning towards helping Melty because she did not side with Priscilla. Or she didn't mention that. That's it.
お前はどう思っている？さっきの夏木スバルたちの話を聞いてメルティ・プリスティスたちをどう思う？
What is going through your mind? After hearing Subaru Natsuki's story earlier, what do you think of Melty Priestess and her faction? When asked by Krush, Ferris ponders, a hand placed on a rather flat chest. Why? Why would they say that? Ferris couldn't reply with an answer. That wasn't so thought out. Ferris regarded her too highly for that. No, that's not it. Ferris wouldn't think such petty thoughts. Ferris's eyes are filled with an unusual drive, burning and boiling with a sense of purpose.
クルシュ様、フェリちゃんはクルシュ様の騎士です。
Mr. Ferris is your knight.
ああ、そうだ。
Indeed you are.
クルシュ様の恩義と理念のため、すべてを捧げる覚悟があります。
I am prepared to devote everything to your ideals.
ああ。
Yeah.
ただ同時に、私は治癒術師でもあるんです。
But I am a healer at the same time.
助けてほしいって言われたら、何とかすることを最初に考えてしまう。
When asked for help, the first thing I think of doing is to do something about it.
それが手詰まりに絶望する人ならなおさらのことです。だって私がそうでしたから。
That goes even more for people in a deadlock, in despair. After all, I was like that before.
暗闇の淵でどうにもならない場所でクルシュ様が私の手を引いてそこから連れ出してくださった。
In an abyss of darkness, with nothing I could do, Miss Krush led me by the hand and rescued me from there.
だから今の私がいるのに、その私が伸ばされた手を拒絶するなんてどうしてもできない。
That's how I became the person I am now. So I can't possibly reject a hand reaching out for help.
ごめんなさい、クルシュ様。すごく勝手でわがままな従者です。だけど
I'm sorry, Miss Krush, for being such a willful and self-indulgent retainer. But
もう十分だ。皆まで言うな。
that's enough. No need to finish.
クルシュ様、フェリちゃんのこと嫌いになります？
Miss Krush, will this make you hate Fairy?
私がお前を？ありえないな。私がお前を嫌うとしたら、それは私が私で亡くなった時しかありえない。
Me hate you? Unthinkable. That would only be possible if I ceased to be myself.
クルシュ様、愛してます。
Miss Cruz, I love you!
私もだ。
As do I. Aww. After a nod at Ferris's confession of love, Cruz turns her eyes to Priscilla.
長々と待たせたが、これが私の結論だ。私は私の従者に応えられる主君でありたい。故に夏木スバルたちに協力する。
Apologies for the long wait, but this is my conclusion. I wish to be a lord who responds to her retainers. Therefore, we shall cooperate with Subaru Natsuki.
わざわざ順を追い茶番よな。貴様自身が語った通り、どうとでも筋道はつけられようが。
All of that back and forth was just a charade. As you said yourself, you could find a reason one way or another, regardless. Yeah, but it was either towards Felt's response or towards Priscilla's response, or not Priscilla, Anastasia's response, which were both in favor. Not, she did not mention you, Priscilla.
だが、歩くならば私自身、自ら率先して歩ける筋道を行く。愛すべき従者と並んで、だ。
However, if I'm going to walk, I will walk the path my ideals have set for me, alongside my beloved retainer.
好きにせよ。
Do as you please. After Krish's bold answer, Priscilla replies in an abusive way, of course. And
も
then,
ののついでじゃ。ハンマ、貴様も同じ問いに答えてみよ。
while we're on the subject, Half Devil, why is she so rude? I thought she's already been told not to say that. You answer the question as well. Her attack next turns to Amelia.
私はスバルが。
I'm going along with Subaru.
ここ
So,
まで来て、横の道家の意に従った。などというのは不出来であろうよ。まさかそんな虚言は並べてくれない。
after all this, simply going along with your jester next to you would be absurd. Don't tell me you actually intend to say something so foolish.
確かに、この集いの始まりは、貴様の横にいる道家にあろうよ。だが、重木の席は主人が負わねばならぬ。
True, this gathering began at his behest. However, the master must bear the responsibility of the servant.
それの発言の席は貴様にある。それを分かった上で、改めて答えよ。
You have a responsibility to make your own statement. Now that you understand that, answer again.
貴様は何故偽物のために骨を折る。
Why would you make such an effort for the sake of an imposter? Priscilla's question is brutal, but it's true that it can't be ignored. Felt, Anastasia, and Krush all came up with different answers on their own. Amelia needs to come up with her own answer too. Under such questioning, Amelia gently places a hand over her chest.
私ね、ずっと故郷の森で暮らしてたの。そこにはパックと一緒にいて、それだけでも満足してたんだけど。
I lived for a long time in the forests of my homeland. I was there with Puck, and that was enough for me.
だけど、ある日、森にロズワールが迎えに来てくれて、私を応戦に参加させてくれるって。
But one day, Roswell came to the forest, saying he'll let me join the royal selection.
初めて森を出て、お屋敷に連れて行かれてからは知らないことばっかりで、ラムとレムにもすごく迷惑をかけて。
When I left the forest for the first time and got taken to the manor, there was so much I didn't know. It caused so much trouble for Ram and Rem.
この場には来てないけど、ベアトリスって子がいて、パックと仲良しで、私も仲良くしたいんだけど。
She isn't here right now, but there's a girl named Beatrice who gets along really well with Puck, and I wanted to get along with her too.
その子にもいつも怒られたり、たくさんいろいろあって。
But she was always getting mad at me too, and lots of stuff happened. Okay. This is a long setup for her answer.
応戦に参加を決めたから、他の候補者のみんなにも出会って、 ちゃんとやらなくちゃって思わされて。
After deciding to join the royal selection, I met the other candidates, and it made me think of how much I needed to get my act together.
みんなすごい人たちで、しっかりした理想を持ってて、私はそれに並ばなくちゃって。
Everyone was really amazing, with such strong ideals, so I thought I needed that strength too.
そんな風に張り詰めてたから、きっと失敗しちゃったのね。オートですごい大変な失敗をして。
I must have made a big mistake because I was so preoccupied by that thought. I made such a big mistake at the royal capital.
それでもうどうしようってすごく困って慌てて。
I had no idea what to do.
スバルとも出会った。
I agonized over it, panicked, and then I met Subaru.
エミリアタン。
Really?
スバルが手助けしてくれて、お屋敷でまた気持ちを新たにして、それで今オートでここに立ってる。
With Subaru's help, I renewed my resolve at the estate, and now I'm sitting here, like this, in the royal capital.
たくさんの出会いと経験が今の私を形作ってくれて、森でパックと二人でいた頃と違う私になれてる。
Lots of meetings and experiences shaped who I am now, and I'm different from when it was just me and Puck in the forest.
だから私はメルティたちと出会ったこともただすれ違っただけだって終わりたくない。ちゃんと話して納得したいの。
That's why I don't want my meeting with Melty and everyone to end with just a brief encounter. I want to talk it out and understand.
そのためにあの子たちに手助けが必要なら私はそれをしたい。いいえ、する。
If I need to help them first in order to accomplish that, that's what I want to do. No, that's what I will do. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. She finally, that was a long story to get to that point, but interesting. Interesting perspective, Amelia. Alright, well, let's go ahead and end here, and we'll see what Priscilla has to say about Amelia's thoughts. I'm sure it'll be rude, so we'll just wait for that in the next episode of ReZero. Very interesting. I can't wait to see what they end up deciding to do. And I wonder if we're going to do some gameplay next time. We'll see. Alright, it's bound to get really interesting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified when the next episode is published. I'll see you then. Bye!